Rick Santorum is no longer running for president. He suspended his campaign 2.5 weeks ago. Before Mr. Santorum suspended his campaign, this is one of the things that he said on the campaign trail.
I was just reading something last night from the state of California, and at the California universities, it's several, I think it's 7 or 8 of the California system of universities don't even teach an American history course. It's not even available to be taught.
The California university system, UC system, does not teach American history. American history is not taught and cannot be learned in the University of California system. Why? Why would that be? Why would you think that was true? Why would it be? It doesn't even make any sense. Why? Could you elaborate?
It's not even available to be taught. Just to tell you how bad it's gotten in this country, where we're trying to disconnect the American people from the roots of who we are.
A couple of days after Senator Santorum said that American history classes do not exist in the University of California system, something almost as incredible as that statement happened right here in this room. A Republican, a real-life Republican, agreed to come on this show. He was John Brabender, a senior strategist for the Rick Santorum campaign. Now, I say this with zero snark. Republicans of any substantial position in American politics never agree to come on this show. We ask and we ask and we ask and we beg. Sometimes I ask on TV thinking that will increase the leverage. But the answer is always, I'd love to, but I can't. Pencil me in for a quarter after never. No. But John Brabender appeared here a couple of times, and we had a nice civil discussion, and I'm really grateful that he was here in the face of a lot of Republican criticism for agreeing to speak with me. John Brabender deserves credit for being here. John Brabender also deserves credit for saying that if Rick Santorum really had been wrong about the whole no American history in the University of California thing, then Mr. Santorum would surely admit fault.
I would guess if that somebody who he felt was credible gave him information that he thought was credible, and he felt that he misspoke, I think he would be one of the first people, the person to say, I was wrong and I'm going to tell you. I mean, that's the type of person he is.
I will follow up with you on that, because I think these are easy ones.
Okay.
They were easy ones. I wasn't lying. A cursory search of the University of California system course catalog revealed that UC Davis alone debunks Rick Santorum. There's lots of American history courses being taught at the University of California campuses. A further search showed that not just UC Davis, but all of the other campuses in the UC system also teach American history. And we did follow up with Mr. Santorum. Today, just a few hours ago, he responded. He has sent us a note. Here's the whole thing. Quote, Rachel, on a recent show, you discussed a statement I made that American history was not being taught at a number of California state universities. It's actually the University of California system, but you know what I mean. You questioned the accuracy of my statement. Based upon your broadcast, I went back and reviewed the facts. It's clear that my memory about what was taught was faulty. What I should have said was that none of the UC campuses teach a survey course in Western civilization. Rachel, I appreciate your efforts pointing out my misstatement and for giving me the opportunity to set the record straight. Signed, Rick Santorum. Senator, if you want to talk about this in person, you are so welcome here anytime you want. My chair is your chair, anytime. The letter was really polite, articulate, straightforward. It was very kind of Senator Santorum to respond. I have to also say, though, sadly, he is still wrong. Mr. Santorum said from his notes, what I should have said was that none of the UC campuses teach a survey course in Western civilization. To the Google. This spring at the University of California, Santa Barbara, you can take Western Civilization 1050 to 715 and Western Civilization 715 to the present. At the University of California, Los Angeles, you can take Introduction to Western Civilization 1715 to the present, and also Western Civilization 843 to 1715. Also, Introduction to Western Civ, Ancient Civilizations, Prehistory to 843 AD. At the University of California at Davis, you can take 3 courses on the history of Western civilization from late antiquity to the Renaissance, from the Renaissance to the 18th century, and from the 18th century to the present. At UC Berkeley, that bastion of liberal awfulness, you will find a course in the roots of Western civilization, Kel Orur. And then down south at UC San Diego, where my brother went, you may, if you so choose, partake in a course titled Foundations of Western Civilization. It took Mr. Santorum a couple of weeks to write that letter to us, to write that letter claiming, no, what I meant was that the UC schools don't teach survey courses in Western Civ. It took us, I don't know, 15 minutes to find all those University of California survey courses on Western Civ. Listen, you can tell from the tape where Rick Santorum is saying the thing about UC that he's really tired and that the campaign trail is really exhausting. I have empathy for the exhaustion factor and the too much going on factor affecting what people say on the campaign trail. Also, getting things wrong can be embarrassing. Trust me, I know I get stuff wrong. It doesn't make you a bad person to get stuff wrong. You just have to correct it. Particularly when you campaign for president as a person who can be trusted, you gotta correct it. And if at first your correction goes horribly, horribly wrong, then correct again. You just keep doing it until what you say seems true, because we will fact check you.